So my name is Gabriella Hall, and I am a marketing communications intern with Danceability. Why I'm here today is to get to know a little bit about you and your work as a tutor.
Well, my name's Leslie Walter. This is my 7th year teaching. I work for the Depew school district. I work at the middle school. And I also work part-time as a tutor for People Incorporated. My mom worked for People Incorporated for 30 plus years and was like, Leslie, you got to get into this tutoring job. I was in need of some extra money. I was like, sure. I only saw myself doing it for like a year or two. And here I am, year 5 of doing this and going strong. So my entire life I've worked with, my entire working career, I've always worked with students with disabilities, whether it is emotional behavioral disturbances or really severe autism. It's always been my passion. It's not something I'm afraid of. It's something I'm very passionate about. And I'm truly a person that believes that every child doesn't have a disability. They have a different ability.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm now going to get into the topics. What is something you would say or do to support, encourage, or engage parents of children with special needs in Western New York?
So anytime, whether it's a parent or a guardian, you're instantly able to tell when there's a struggle happening at home or, people are just overwhelmed. So my big thing that I always am a huge proponent of is that you're not alone. There are so many people out there that are going through and experiencing the same thing as you. And there's so many resources that are available to you, not only as, a parent, but as the parent of a child with a disability. There's support groups. There's, Facebook groups. There's so many different resources, whether it's through social media or in person, face to face, which I know is a little bit difficult now. But face to face that can help you. You could reach out to your friends, your family. People have the same struggles that you're having. It might be to a varying ability. So prime example I think of is with potty training. Parents that have students with severe autism struggle with the potty training. And I'm like, okay, you have to remember where your child's at developmentally and where other kids are developmentally. And it's not a setback. It's everybody has their own way to do things. Some people take the straight and narrow, and then other people take the twists and turns and they decide to go up the mountain the long way. But at the end of the day, everybody is trying to achieve the same goal. And that's ultimately happiness for anybody, whether it's a parent, a sibling, a grandparent, or the child themselves. Happiness is the end goal. And with tutoring, I provide all different kinds of supports as well. I work with Michelle Buellen's son, David, and he is hysterical. He is, oh my gosh, I love working with him. He's so funny. He has such a great sense of humor. But David and I have such a good rapport, and then I have such a great rapport with the parents as well. So I focus a lot on relationship building. So then the parents can ask me questions, that they might not be able to ask his school teacher. So I try to really focus on that rapport building the very first few sessions and first few years. And so far it's worked out pretty well in my favor. So
That's all amazing. And I really appreciate how you touched on remembering the fact that happiness is the overall goal and that no matter which way you take to that goal, that's the priority. And I feel like people really need that reminder right now with what's going on in the world. So many things going on. So I feel like that was really important for you to bring up. I definitely needed to hear that. So the follow-up question to that was, what do you wish people knew about your work?
I think the number one thing is that a lot of people think that people want to be teachers or tutors because it's easy. And this is a profession nowadays that is not easy anymore. We are not just teachers and tutors. We are nurses. We are counselors. We're psychologists. We're, trying to make sure that the whole child, not just your academic child or your struggling child in specific areas, is getting better. We want to make sure the whole child is 100%. So it's very difficult and it's very hard, and a lot weighs on you. And my big thing, and especially like with the world that we're living in right now with the coronavirus pandemic, is I wish that more people had a grateful heart towards teachers and nurses and stuff, because a lot of people think that teachers and tutors are choosing the outcome of the school districts, and unfortunately that's not the case. We're just given the directions and we have to follow it, and if people don't like that, so I wish more people understood how difficult and hard this profession is, because it's hours of work. I mean, even my tutoring job is putting in a lot of hours. Like my fiance will come home and he'll be like, "You're working still?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still working. Got to get a couple more things done. Got to make sure I'm ready, prepared, set to go for tomorrow, whether that be a full day of tutoring or a full day of work plus tutoring. I just have to make sure that I'm prepared on my end, because preparedness is my number one thing. And that takes time and hard work. So I wish people understood that more, is that there's a lot of hard work that goes into this job.
Absolutely. No, I completely understand. And it's something that I feel that, became very clear during this pandemic, especially as we've seen so many teachers, a lot of older teachers who are so used to the traditional classroom format, have now had to adapt to Zoom learning and this digital learning, and they never foresaw that. And so the role of teachers and just any type of instructor, tutor is so important. And I do feel like you guys are not appreciated enough. As you know, danceability is a dance organization where we meet at the intersections of both dance and special needs work and assistance. So this one is about dance. What is your favorite style of dance and why?
So I have like two favorite styles of dance. I dance like at a wedding, I'll dance, but like I don't like I've taken lessons when I was younger, but I'm not like a dancer. But dance forms that I really have come to appreciate are, like, I love ballet. I love watching ballet in point. I love watching. It's just the science behind it is just absolutely fascinating. And then this is like my reality TV show, like, guilty pleasure. I love pom dancing for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I love watching that. And like the new season starts tonight. So I was like, so I'm like, yes, guilty pleasure, engage. So, but I just think the intricateness of like the kick line is far greater than anything I could ever achieve.
I doubt that, but no, totally. That and ballet. Oh my gosh.
It's a work of art. It's like literally moving art.
I just don't know how they stand on their toes for that. I can't imagine. Like,
my foot would just break. I'd be like rolling on the stage. And
that would be me. So those are the end of my questions. If you have any questions for me, or just if you have anything else you'd want to add.
I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to just explain what I do a little bit more. And the organization I work for People Inc. through the tutoring is probably the most amazing organization in Western New York. I can't speak high. I can't find the words to fully embrace what they do for people and how they've embraced the changes of the world and how they're trying to make it work. Our CEO knows what hard work is, and this organization's all about hard work. And I highly recommend, if there's any teachers out there, or any people who want to be teachers, look into like a tutoring position. Tutors are always needed. There's kids that are always in need of just the extra help. So look into it. It could never hurt to just look into something like that. So I highly recommend it to anybody, because let me tell you, it's changed my life. I've worked with the same group of kids since I've started, and I've formed such amazing relationships with the families that I consider them my family.
Well, that's lovely. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy that we were able to speak with you and learn more about what you do and the important work that is to help those in the special needs community and just anybody who needs extra help. The messages that you relayed go beyond the needs of the special needs community. And I think they're really important messages for anybody right now about taking things at your own pace and understanding that overall, as long as you get to the end goal of happiness, that's the right path for you. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure to speak with you today.
All right, you as well. Thank you so much.